I've been thinking, how can Blizzard ramp up hardcore WoW? And the only thing that makes sense to me is seasonal realms. Every year they could come out with a new twist, hopefully not like Season of Discovery, because then it would be too easy. I was imagining something like this: Cthulhu's Gaze. You take 25% increased damage and cannot repair your items. Maybe 25 is a bit steep. However, as far as challenges go, I think this would be really interesting to see, and I think something like this adds some nice flavour without completely morphing it into something entirely different. You don't need to release a seasonal realm with a million wacky changes in it. Just add some cool challenges, and I think that would be enough to keep people immersed. But before we dive further into these ideas, a word from today's sponsor. Boot Dev is the best way to learn back-end web development from start to finish in the Python and Go programming languages. The smartest way to learn to code is to ensure you're never bored. Work at your own pace in a captivating RPG coding game, which is designed to get you writing a ton of code. Getting your hands on the keyboard and shipping projects is the best way to learn. You'll earn XP, levels, achievements, and complete quests to get a top spot on the global leaderboard. All game features on Boot Dev are designed to keep you motivated and moving towards your goal: job-ready programming skills. They even do bi-monthly boss fights where the community rallies together and gains bonus XP for each lesson completed during the event. Click the link in the description and use code Azimus to get 25% off your first month, or even your entire first year if you choose the annual plan. So I think it would be really cool if from level 1 you could choose from various different challenges. The first one, which I've already shown, Cthulhu's Gaze. This would just make the vanilla world even more dangerous, and it also makes the items that you have mean a lot more. You'll have to properly utilize your class's kit in order to survive, and if you happen to turn your back to a Defias Trapper, then you can say goodnight, cause that mob will send you to the spirit realm. Not being able to repair means you can't grow attached to a single weapon or piece of armor. You'll quite literally use these items until they break, and then you'll need to find something else. I think this is a really cool concept, and it adds another level of difficulty. It goes without saying, but this challenge isn't for the faint of heart. It's only for someone like Guzu, who presses demonic rune and dies anyway. Next up, Allergic to Potions. You're unable to consume potions, flasks, and elixirs. For some reason, your character is allergic to potions, which means that when you get into a bit of a pickle, there's no health potions to save you. And we all know how many clutch moments there's been with healing potions in hardcore WoW. The flip side is, this also disables Flask of Petrification, which is quite a controversial potion in hardcore WoW. I think this potion should be disabled anyway, mainly because it makes people's mistakes actually have consequences. What do you think though? Leave a comment below. Curse Lottery. You have a 3% chance of inflicting an enemy with a random curse, but there's a 10% chance it could backfire. Now this is for the true gamblers out there. Essentially, every time you attack, you're rolling a dice. And it's not just Warlock curses. There's a ton of curses in the game, and if they backfire on you, well, it's lights out. I think the biggest problem with this though is it would be abused in the endgame, and it would probably end up being too frustrating. Nevertheless, I would enjoy watching someone level up with this challenge, because I wouldn't be the one suffering. I mean, can you imagine mixing all 3 of these challenges? If you hit level 60 with these, you deserve a medal. And whilst we'll never see these actually in the game, I hope that Blizzard goes down this route, and they add some cool challenges like this. If I can think of these in my mother's basement, I'm sure that a billion-dollar company can do better. If they really want some carnage, and they love a bloodbath, they could add some new roaming elite mobs in various zones. Imagine you're just chilling in Elwyn, and then all of a sudden, an elite murloc appears out of nowhere, and then you're dead. By doing something like this, you're adding new threats to the game that people aren't aware of. I know for sure if I was a Blizzard dev, I would definitely do something like this, and I'd have a massive smirk on my face as I was making it. Difficult challenges? Check. Random roaming elites in every zone? Check. Random critters that can one-shot you? Check. Realistically though, where else can they take it with hardcore WoW? What else can they do with it? Aside from making a fresh server every few years, these are the only things I can think of, and don't get me wrong, I would be more than happy with a regular fresh server. I mean, I've wanted a relaunch of Classic for years now. At the same time though, I don't think there's anything wrong with spicing up hardcore WoW and adding a few twists here and there. I know for sure if something like Cthulhu's Gaze came into the game, I would definitely try it out, and I'm sure that plenty of streamers would try it out too. Overall, I think hardcore has done a great job at keeping Classic relevant, and it's one of the best marketing tools for Classic. So Blizzard really has a golden goose here. I can't really see myself playing any other version right now. I'm not happy with Season of Discovery. I don't like Cataclysm. TBC isn't available. And the only thing that scratches the itch is hardcore WoW. I've had some close calls. I've met some awesome people. And I really enjoyed streaming it last year. I must admit, I was a bit burnt out when I died. However, I think a lot of you can relate to that. What's that saying? It's time to go again. There are rumours of a new fresh server coming out soon, but this begs the question, does hardcore WoW need a regular fresh server? Or would it be better to make a seasonal server with a few twists, and then give you the ability to transfer to a regular hardcore server? Well, that's enough from me. What do you think? Should Blizzard add some challenges to hardcore WoW? If so, what kind of challenges? Should Flask of Petrification be disabled? Should rabbits be able to one-shot you? If you ask me, they definitely should. Leave a comment down below, and thanks for watching. TBC hype, TBC hype.